A little while ago, I found edible frog legs being sold online. I was so shocked that I ended up ordering them. Wow, they're seriously thick and meaty, right? When I saw these frog legs, they reminded me of a famous biology experiment from more than 200 years ago. Let's get started.
Fishy science.
What I'm about to show you is an experiment that uses these frogs to generate electricity. Alright, let's take a look. First, I prepared some wires and an LED bulb for the experiment. If we connect it to a battery, you can see the bulb light up like this. Now then, what if I told you that, just like this battery, a frog could generate electricity and light up a bulb? Would you believe it? Let's try it out. First, I placed metal plates on the frog legs and connected the wires. And when we check, nothing happens. It seems there isn't enough electricity to light the bulb. So I prepared one more frog and connected both frogs to the bulb together. And then, right here, can you see it? The bulb lit up. The frogs powered the light bulb. Pretty amazing, isn't it? But is electricity really flowing through the frogs right now? Back in the 18th century, about 230 years ago, a scientist named Luigi Galvani was dissecting a frog. While doing so, he noticed that the frog's legs twitched when they touched metal. Even though the frog was dead, its legs moved as if they had received an electrical shock. When Galvani saw this, he thought, so living creatures must contain electricity inside their bodies. He believed that electricity stored inside the frog had discharged through the metal, and he called this phenomenon animal electricity. Honestly, it sounds pretty convincing, doesn't it? But another scientist came up with a completely different explanation for this experiment. That scientist was Alessandro Volta. Volta believed that what Galvani discovered was not electricity stored inside the animal. Instead, he proposed, could the electricity actually be generated when two different metals come into contact? In other words, the frog legs themselves were not producing the electricity. Rather, the moist tissue of the frog simply created an environment that allowed electric current to flow. To test whether his theory was correct, Volta performed another experiment. And I'll show you that experiment now as well. What Volta focused on was not the frog itself, but the fact that the experiment used two different kinds of metals, along with a moist environment connecting them. So instead of using frogs, Volta experimented with liquids containing ions such as salt water or vinegar. I also prepared some vinegar. And just like in the frog experiment, I connected wires to two different metals and placed them into the vinegar. And the result, can you see it? Just like with the frog, the bulb lit up in the vinegar as well. So the reason the bulb lit up in the frog experiment was not because the frog contained some special electricity inside it. It happened because electrons moved between the two different metals. In other words, the frog simply connected the two metals and provided an environment through which electric current could flow. That's why, even if you stick the metals into fruit instead of frog legs, you can still generate electricity in exactly the same way. Pretty fascinating, right? Simply put, in Galvani's experiment, the frog legs were not some mysterious living battery. They were acting as a moist conductor that allowed electricity to flow. Volta continued researching how electricity could be generated using different metals, and eventually created the world's first battery. Early batteries were built by stacking layers of different metal plates with electrolyte layers in between, such as cloth soaked in salt water. And that is where the batteries we use today began. Science really is amazing, isn't it? But here's one important thing we shouldn't forget. Although Galvani's theory of animal electricity turned out to be incorrect, and Volta received most of the credit, Galvani's discovery still became the starting point for later research that revealed how electrical signals are involved in the way nerves control muscles. So in the next video, I'll show you how electricity can make living bodies move, And I'll also try eating those frog legs to see what they taste like. Here on Fishy Science, we bring scientific knowledge and ideas to life right before your eyes. If there are any creatures or experiments you'd like to see, leave a comment below. I may turn them into a future video. That's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. Revealing mysterious things through science. This has been Fishy Science.